Check 1 2. 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 Welcome to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Check 1 2.
The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live.
Welcome to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium in Girard, Kansas, where we are here for a historic event this evening. It is the first wrestling event ever held at Girard High School, so we're looking really forward to getting this going. Before we get going, we have some presenting sponsors. Crochan Telephone. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crochan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crochan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crochan has to offer at ck.net. Also, we have our pregame show sponsor, which is Community National Bank and Trust. The pregame show is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud sponsor of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. We don't have any other area matchups this evening, but it is brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing and can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. We will not have a starting lineup tonight. We will be getting those matchups to you shortly when they do introductions. But they are brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style, but now nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylists Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Evan Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. We will be right back. We appreciate your viewing, and we look forward to this awesome event bringing wrestling to Girard, Kansas.
Hey, Mama.
Now more than ever, Crochan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crochan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crochan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crochan.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium here in Girard, Kansas, where we get ready for the Girard Trojans to take on the Fort Scott Tigers. In an exciting duel this evening, we will have girls wrestling to start the evening, along with JV boys on another mat. So if you hear anything else going on, you will hear the JV boys and girls going on the mat too. And following the girls' action, we will have the varsity boys. And on mat 2, we will have some kids club wrestlers that are getting ready to get going. So welcome to Girard Sports Live, where we get ready to kick off the new year 2022 with some wrestling. And we will start the Star Spangled Banner here in just a second.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Welcome back. Once again, we get ready for the starting lineups in the national anthem here at Girard High School in Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. As we would like to welcome you to Girard Sports Live. We have an exciting evening once again planned, welcoming Fort Scott to our evening's duel. Like I said, we are going to start out with the ladies varsity wrestlers competing first, Girard versus Fort Scott. And that will be on mat 1. You will not see mat 2, but you might hear it in the background. You might hear some cheering. And that will be the JV matches going on for both boys and girls. We will be right back.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Very well done by the Girard choir. We are getting set to start the first duel of the evenings with the ladies going first. It looks like we will have 5 matches competing. This is a pretty exciting duel. This is Girard's third year as their own standalone wrestling program led by Scott Reek, who was previously at Pittsburgh High School as their head wrestling coach. Had a lot of success in Pittsburgh, and he was also at Columbus. He ran their kids club for years and years. So Coach Reek has been around for quite a while in the wrestling circles. I've known him. I took some college classes with him as well, so he's one of the good ones. And Fort Scott is coached by Alvin Metcalf, a former state champion for his alma mater, Fort Scott. So a couple Southeast Kansas guys, he's staying around here and looking to bring their teams up. Fort Scott's got several state placers that they lost last year. They lost 3 state champions, as a matter of fact. So it'll be interesting to see how they reload. I know they've got some kids that are ranked. They've got an undefeated freshman, Gomez, who's pretty solid. So it'll be exciting to get to see them this evening. And we are getting ready to start with the girls' duel here in just a few minutes. And while we do our opening introductions, we have some information about Larrett Ceramics. Opening tip-off is brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying, and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even glasses from Larrett Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442.
There you go, Emma.
As previously stated, this is the first wrestling event ever held at Girard High School, so that's pretty exciting. I know it was a long time coming. There were a lot of people that play that helped bring wrestling to Girard, and Coach Reek let me know that they had 60 kids out for their kids club this season, and they had some pretty good talent. So, look for Girard to continue to build, continue to get better. His analysis of the team so far this year is that they're super athletic. They have a lot of kids that are working hard, but they're just inexperienced, and that comes with a third-year program. Fort Scott's had a program for 100 years, and they've had success. They've had state champions, and if Girard can build up the kids club and continue to develop those boys and girls, then they have a model that they can look at in some area schools. Girls wrestling is a relatively new sport as far as KSHA is concerned, which would be the Kansas State High School Activities Association. They started recognizing it with a state tournament 2 seasons ago. There's 2 divisions. There's essentially a big class and a small class. Girard and Fort Scott would both fall in Division 2, which is the smaller of the 2 classes. That's 4A on down, and the large class would be 5A and 6A schools. I really feel like Girard starting their wrestling program just a few years ago, it gave both the boys and girls the opportunity to kind of hit the ground running, and this has been a great opportunity for young ladies to find a sport in which they can be proud of, and a sport that includes them, no matter how tall you are, short you are. So it's just a really good opportunity for young ladies. Riley Cagle from Fort Scott will take the first bye, and they start out with a 6-0 lead in the duel. They will take another bye at 109 pounds with Emma Martin. Emma's on her way. She's just working on those sweatpants. There she goes. So in wrestling, when you have a participant in a certain weight class and the other school does not, it goes down as a bye or a forfeit, and Fort Scott will earn 6 points for that, which is the same as a fall, which is a pin. So they're up to a 12-point lead because they had 2 wrestlers in the first 2 weight classes and Girard did not. In our first competitive match of the evening, we will actually start at 120 because 115, neither school had a wrestler. So we're starting at 120. For Girard, we have Rainey Paulin, and for Fort Scott, we have Maria Coronado. Girard will be in the green band, and Fort Scott will be in the red. Green typically denotes the home wrestler in a duel. Red visitor. And we're off. Both wrestlers working the ties. Rainey with the little snatch single. See if she can finish this. That should have. There's the takedown. 2 points for that takedown for Rainey. She's up 2-0. Good job finishing that shot. Probably could have been awarded 2 points a little bit sooner. Rainey right now needs to get back in control behind the hips. She does have that leg controlled. Looks like she's trying for a butcher there, but she needs to break her down. Better positioning now. Rainey's got her half on the right side. You need to hop sides. She sees it. She's just got to hop sides. Break her down a little bit. Got to get those hips flat and make it a lot easier to turn her. Just got to bust the hips flat, take her to her hips. She lost her half. She's got to get her leg control back. Rainey, the early aggressor, on top. She's working the cradle. See if she can hop to the side. Earn some near fall points. Near fall points are back points when the other wrestler is exposed. Rainey's got to get out to her left side just a little bit and then take her opponent straight back with that cradle. So she's going to try something else. Maria fights off the cradle. And they're going to reset in the middle. Paulin still on top. Shoot the 2-0 lead. I apologize about the clock. We had a camera issue, so I will have to give you the score as we go. Paulin still on top. Maria working to her feet. Paulin look to drop down to that leg, see if she can get the trip. Keep control. Got 3 seconds left in the period. Paulin did a great job of avoiding the score. You always want to finish the period strong. Okay, as we go into the second period, Rainey Paulin with the 2-point lead with that early takedown. Good job riding out. Coronado looks to her coach. She's going to defer. Defer means that you are going to give your opponent the choice in the second period, and you're going to have the choice in the third. It's kind of like deferring in football. You're going to start in the neutral position, which is back up on her feet. Coronado probably did not want to go back underneath because Paulin came close to turning her a couple times. So she's going to take her chances on her feet. See if Paulin can work that little snatch single again that she was very successful with. She goes in for the double leg, and she's able to finish it with another 2 points. This is the best time to score some back points. She needs to work that half again. She's already got her broken down. She's getting hand control, working the half. There she goes, got her on her hips. So close. There she goes. She's got near fall points. Let's see if she can put her away and earn the 6 for the Trojans. And she does. A fall for Rainey Paulin in the second period and 6 points for the Girard Trojans. And the Trojans are on the board. They are down to Fort Scott 6-12 in the duel. Nice job by Paulin. Good job putting her away. I think she essentially just wore Maria out when it came down to it. Next up at 126 pounds for Girard, we have Hannah Bailey. And for Fort Scott, we have Gabby Rusk. Checking to the table, and they are going to report to the center. Again, Girard in green, Fort Scott in red. Bands, that is. And we're underway at 126 pounds. Rusk with the early shot. Looks like Bailey's trying that headlock, didn't quite work. Rusk did a good job keeping her hips back and avoiding the throw. She earns the early 2-point takedown. Takedown is where the opponent secures control of the other opponent's hips. Bailey with the escape. She is down 1-2. See if she can get a takedown of her own right now. Escape when you get away from the bottom position is worth 1 point in wrestling. A little attempt at a little snatch single, changing off to a double. Good defense by Bailey. Here Hannah needs to circle a little bit more and create some angles. She's kind of squared up with her. Another little shot from Rusk. Bailey trying to get those hips back. She does. Oh, she has a snatch single of her own. Couldn't quite make it work. We're under a minute left. 2-1, Fort Scott. Rusk with the early takedown. Bailey with the escape. Bailey's got to work the angles a little bit. She's kind of going straight head on. She needs to work this outside a little bit better. Still have 25 seconds left in the second period. Bailey's trying to work that little snatch single. She needs to turn around the corner a little bit. Drop her hips, change levels. She's got a decent grip on that leg. She's kind of reaching for that leg, but she needs to fully commit to that shot. I think it's there. Short time, 3, 2, 1. That was a great ankle pick by Gabby Rusk to finish out the period. And Rusk will take a 4-1 lead going into the second. Fort Scott's going to defer to Girard. And one of the most important things when you're on the bottom is to score those points early. The longer you're underneath, the longer you're on bottom, the harder it is, and it's just exhausting. You got to score those points right away, get back so she can work her takedowns when she still has energy. Okay, Green's going to go on bottom. So Hannah's going to be in the bottom position to start the period. People wonder, why do you take bottom if you're down by 3 points? Why would you go on bottom? Well, it's usually, in most cases, it's easier to get an escape or a reversal than it is to score back points. Usually. That's not always the case, but that's usually what the coach's thought is. Hannah's up to her feet. She did a great job exploding up. She's just got to dip those hips just a little bit so she can score her escape. Gonna reset back here in the middle. Little tripod. Knee slide. Got to keep coming up. Locked hands. That's going to be a free point for Bailey. Let's see if she can get her escape, and she does. That's a 2-point sequence right there. Locked hands and an escape for Hannah Bailey to tie the match up at 4. Now Bailey's got to watch out for that. 3-4. Rusk with another 2-point takedown. Match score is 3-6. Minute 9 left in the second period. And another escape for Bailey. Match score is 4-6. Right around a minute left in the second period. See if Bailey can get some offense going on her feet. Rusk is looking for that ankle pick again. Bailey needs to be the aggressor. A little slide by action. Trying to work around the outside. See if she can lock around the body. Good defense by Rusk there to avoid the slide by to a body lock. Bailey, little half attempt at a double leg. Another double. She's going to try to impose her will and drive through. Rusk is actually doing a pretty good job keeping her hips back, keeping the chest pressure on. That's going to be a 2-point takedown for Rusk. Match score 4-8. Rusk in the lead, and that will end the second period. She has had 2 takedowns to end the first and the second period. So, she's doing it. Rusk is doing a good job scoring at the end of periods. Bailey's got to be explosive this last period. She had a decent double leg shot, but she kind of got paused, kind of got a little nervous, maybe wasn't sure what to do. Just got to explode. Beginning of the third period. Bailey's down 8-4. Bailey trying to work to break her down, work some pinning combinations. She's got that half in. She's got to break her down, break her hips down first. She's trying to swing that half around. Oh, if she would have kept her feet in, she would have got some near fall points. So close. She's close on that half. She's got to break her down flat, and then she can start working her pinning combinations. Minute 36 left. Bailey down 4-8. Gabby Rusk of Fort Scott. Bailey working that breakdown. There, she's on her hips. She's got her half in. She's working for the near fall point. She's earning points right now. Can she put her away and earn the pin? And she does. 6 points for the Trojans. What a comeback victory for Hannah Bailey. Working the fall in the third period, down 4 points, and she's able to come up with 6 points for her team, and the duel is now tied 12-12. What a great effort, and that's why you don't stop competing. You wrestle all the way through the match. It doesn't matter if you're down 14 points or 2 points. You keep wrestling, and you never know what can happen. That's the great thing about this sport. It doesn't matter if you're way up or way down. There's always a chance all the way until the final whistle blows at the end of the third period. Next up, at 143 pounds, for Girard, we have Bree Clugston. And for Fort Scott, we have McKaylee Rusk. Rusk definitely the aggressor. Goes for that headlock. See if Clugston can live to see another day. If she can fight off her back, she's got to roll those hips over. Not a fun position to be in. And Clugston gives up the fall. Rusk with the headlock and had that tight. Fort Scott is up 18-12 going into the next match, which is 155 pounds for Girard. We'll have Kaylin McAtee, and for Fort Scott, Briley Schaub. A little confusion down here, Matt's side. Not sure what they're discussing. And now they're reporting. McAtee for Girard, Schaub for Fort Scott. Girard needs to win this match so they can still have a chance to win the overall dual score. Both wrestlers working the collar tie. Schaub a little more aggressive with it. McAtee's trying to sort it out a little bit, what she wants to attack. A little snap down, snatch single. Nice finish for Schaub during the 2-point takedown with a minute 25 left in the first period. She's going to go up 2-0. See if Schaub can work off the bottom. Excuse me, McAtee. Schaub pretty aggressive on top, but she really hasn't left the hips. In wrestling, you have to leave the hips when you're on the top. When you can't just put your body weight over the opponent's hips. That's called stalling. The first time is a caution. The second time would actually be a point for your opponent. In this scenario right here, she's pretty much stayed on the hips the entire time. She needs to be careful. McAtee did a great job. She felt a little bit of space and popped right up. Down 2-1, 29 seconds left in the first period. McAtee a little more aggressive. Schaub working the head. McAtee wants to stay away from those collar ties. That's exactly what Schaub wants. McAtee might be better off controlling the wrists a little bit. Trying to stay out of the collar ties. Short time, 2-1. That's the end of the first period. Kaylin McAtee is down 2-1 to Briley Schaub from Fort Scott. Girard will defer to the third period. Schaub wants to try herself on bottom. See what McAtee's got on top here. Gotta be careful, you can't put your weight on them before they start. McAtee's got to get back behind the shoulders, does not. Schaub with the reversal, which is 2 points. Essentially, a reversal is when the bottom wrestler changes positions to the top. She has a 4-1 lead, minute 45, and she's earning back points right now, otherwise called near fall points. See what McAtee's got to get off her back, to keep fighting. Live to see the rest of the period. Great job by Kaylin to fight off her back, live to see another day. She did give up a 3-point near fall, which is a 5 count from the official. It means she was on her back for 5 seconds or longer, but she's still in the match. She's only down 7-1. She still has a chance. Official missed a locked hands there by Schaub. They're going to reset here in the middle. McAtee on bottom. Down 7-1, minute 3 left in the second period. See if McAtee can get a score. Schaub looking for more near fall points. See if McAtee can fight off her back. Schaub looking for a pin for Fort Scott. 30 seconds left in the period. And Fort Scott with the 6-point fall. Briley Schaub earning the pin for the Tigers. Kaylin McAtee falling to Schaub with a pin in the second period. And Fort Scott will go up 24-12 over the Trojans. Next up, and this is our final competitive match of the evening for the ladies' side at 191 pounds. Girard has Kara Pope, and Fort Scott has Lucy Dunkeson. And we're underway in the final ladies match of the evening. Pope with a little half shot. Dunkeson's backing up quite a bit. We discussed stalling a minute ago when you're on the mat, and that's what's going to happen. Dunkeson, and a 2-point takedown for Kara Pope. And a 1-point escape for Dunkeson. Pope is up 2-1. Minute 15 left in the first period. Back to stalling when one of the wrestlers on their feet is backing up, which is exactly what Dunkeson is doing. You can't do that. You've got to wrestle. You've got to compete. You can't back away from your opponent. And she's still doing that. She's not even trying to circle particularly. She's just backing straight up. She's not, and she does. She's going to give up another stalling, and that's going to be a point for Pope. So she's going to have a 3-1 lead. And she throws her right to her back. Can she put her away to end the duel in fashion? Pope's looking for the fall. And she earns it for the Trojans. What a good inning by Kara Pope. Puts Lucy Dunkeson away with the 6-point fall for the Girard Trojans. And 6 points for her team. Total team scores. Girard does fall to the Tigers 24-18, but they had a really good event, and Girard had 2 open weight classes to start. If you just look at the matches that were wrestled, Girard actually, they wrestled 5, and Girard won 3 of the 2 matches. So with a building program, Coach Reed can say, we lost the duel because we didn't have anybody to compete in those first 2 weight classes. There's nothing you can do about that. If you don't have anybody there, you don't have anybody to wrestle. But they won 3 of the 5 matches. So they could take that home with them. They earned the points on the matches that counted. So, there's really no such thing as a moral victory in wrestling, but I think, with a young program, that's exactly what we're looking at right here. And I think that's a great start to the first ever ladies home duel for the Trojans. And the varsity boys are going to start getting ready to warm up, and we will be right back.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Your victories are awarding moments at Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. New owners Greg and Missy Scott are excited to build on the 30-plus year tradition of Wilbert's, known across the area as the premier shop for sports awards, medals, custom engraving, plaques, trophies, gift items, corporate awards, and so much more. And with cutting-edge equipment being added, Wilbert's is poised for another successful 30 years. When hard work needs recognized, trust Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. Find them on Facebook and at wilbertawards.com.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com. Preserving traditions for those who follow.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
And welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium in Girard, Kansas. We are getting ready for senior night for the Girard boys and girls wrestling team, and the Matside Wrestling Club, hosted in Girard, Kansas, will be presenting a check to the foundation for Girard Wrestling. Between matches, this sequence is brought to you by GN Bank. The halftime show is brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Also, supporting the Girard High School athletics is Bradshaw Collision Repair. If your car takes a hit, then take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. Looks like the last JV match was just completed, so we look forward to moving on to senior night and a check presentation from the Girard Matside Wrestling Club.
Chronister's is Girard's hardware store. Stop by Chronister's Hardware and see why so many people are saying, I didn't know they had that. Of course, Chronister's has the hardware, tools, and supplies you need, whether in the shop, on the farm, or around the house. But did you know Chronister's Hardware is also your place for Pit Boss and Traeger grills? Plus, they have the supplies you need to whip up a tasty meal for the whole family. From pans to pellets, you'll find it all at Chronister's. And if they don't have it, they can get it. Shop local first. Chronister's Hardware, Girard's hardware store.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium as we get ready for senior night festivities for the Girard boys and girls wrestling team. And again, the Girard Matside Wrestling Club will be presenting a check to the Girard High School wrestling team. On mat 1, we will have the varsity boys competing, and on mat 2, they will actually have some kids club matches. So the kids will get to wrestle alongside the high school kids. What a great way to build community, build up your wrestling program. Girard has 60 kids out for their kids club wrestling team. That's just fantastic. Wrestling is a sport that anybody can participate in. It doesn't matter if you're short or tall, big or small. There's a place in wrestling for everybody. So that's one of the best things about this sport, and it's for boys and girls. And now finally, as we just saw, girls have their own spot in this sport, their own competitions. They no longer have to compete against the boys, and that's just better for everybody involved. We just witnessed some exciting girls matches, which Fort Scott pulled out the victory. But like I said, Girard actually won more matches, so that's definitely encouraging. And next up, we will see what the boys can do, see how they compete against a tough Fort Scott squad. They're young. Fort Scott is, but they're not inexperienced. They're one of the top teams in Southeast Kansas. They graduated 3 state champions last year alone. So, they're the type of program that they reload. And Girard is looking to become one of those teams. Another tough program down here is Columbus. Pittsburgh's trying to get built back up. Coach Davis down there is doing some really good things. Frontenac's always tough. So wrestling is relatively new in the Southeast Kansas area, other than the traditional larger schools, but some of the smaller schools have now started wrestling programs, and that's exciting. And wrestling is a growing sport, and it's one of the fastest growing sports because essentially for women's wrestling. So we will be right back. Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, where we get ready to celebrate the seniors from Girard High School.
Our first senior tonight is Drake Brooks. Drake is the son of Sarah Botit. Our next senior tonight is Josh Bohr. Josh is the son of Brian and Patty Bohr. Our next senior tonight is Briar Glosser. Briar is the son of Rowdy and Alicia Glosser. Our next senior tonight is Mr. Leif Murr. Leif is the son of Ephraim and Elizabeth Murr. Our final senior to recognize tonight is Michael Clugston. Michael is the son of Karma and Chuck Burns and Eric Clugston. On behalf of Girard High School and the coaching staff, I want to thank these seniors for their hard work, commitment, and time spent towards this wrestling program. Their work and achievement is second to none, and we appreciate all that they have done in the last couple of years for this program. Seniors, you are appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for 2021-2022 Girard High School wrestling seniors. If I can direct your attention over to mat 1. On mat 1, you can see a group of Outside Wrestling Academy Youth Wrestling Program. In 2019, USD 248 elected to start the first ever wrestling program in Trojan history. At that time, Scott Reed was appointed as head coach to build and oversee both high school and middle school programs. With over 30 years of experience, Coach Reed identifies the success of any wrestling program is built throughout the years by pouring into your local youth programs. With this in mind, Matside Wrestling Academy was established the same year. Matside Academy consists of kids ages kindergarten through
Very nice celebration of the Girard High School seniors. Also a nice celebration of the youth wrestling. They will be here before we know it, and they will be on the mats just like the high school kids that they look up to and that they aspire to be. So great job, Coach Reek, recognizing that it's not just the middle school and the high school programs. It starts when they're young, getting them to love wrestling, be passionate about it. Not only just learn technique, but, you know, find that niche, that sport that they're really excited about. You know, I feel like Girard is a great community. They support their teams here. They're not only the community businesses, but the fans, even people that don't have a stake or a child in sports in the high school anymore. They're still invested. They still follow the teams, and that's exciting. You know, that's what small town sports are all about. And glad I could be here this evening to be a part of it and to promote wrestling on my end. So for those of you watching, I appreciate it, and we all appreciate the support that you give and watching the boys and the girls compete and be a part of this historic evening in Girard, Kansas. Getting ready to do our starting lineups, it looks like, for the Trojans and the Tigers. Both wrestling teams are actually open at 106. So the first competed match will be 120. Girard has a 13-pounder, but Fort Scott is actually open at 13. And here are the Trojan wrestlers. Pretty neat being able to make a tunnel for the varsity boys. Kids look pretty excited. Pretty neat environment. Good crowd here this evening. School's only about 25 minutes apart. Fort Scott just up K7 Highway from Girard. Getting ready to introduce the wrestlers as they come out onto the mat. While they're getting ready for introductions, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Westridge is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Westridge is a retirement community with a philosophy of providing seniors with an alternative lifestyle. This lifestyle enhances the retirement years by offering a worry-free, stress-free environment. Their professional staff is there to assist if needed, while active seniors are encouraged to enjoy their daily lives. Westridge is now hiring. To learn more about their open positions, call 620-724-6760. That's 620-724-6760. Go Trojans from Westridge Assisted Living. Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Scott, Jasper Allenson. Weight class 126, Girard, Drake Brooks. And for Fort Scott, Brody Gomez. Weight class 132, Girard, open. Fort Scott, Sean Behringer. Weight class 138, Girard, open. Fort Scott, Jet Holder. Weight class 145, Girard, Briar Glosser. And for Fort Scott, Lennox Van. Weight class 152, Girard, Ethan Bennett. And for Fort Scott, Aaron Young. Weight class 160, Girard, Josh Moore. And for Fort Scott, Peyton Stowell. Weight class 170, Girard, Christian Taylor. And for Fort Scott, Alex Heaton. Weight class 182, Girard, Anthony Pike. And for Fort Scott, Mario Ayala. Weight class 195, Girard, Michael Cluxton. Fort Scott, open. Weight class 220, Girard, Eric Williams. And Fort Scott, Blake Tomasi. And class 285, Girard, Zach Benzo. And Fort Scott, Luke Harris.
And there you have it, the starting lineups for both the Fort Scott Tigers and the Girard Trojans as we get ready to start the first ever varsity boys duel at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium in Girard, Kansas.
First, Gavin Mills.
Gonna do the coin flip. In wrestling, it's a simple red or green. That team gets the choice of odd or even matches. So Fort Scott won the flip because it was red, so that means looks like they picked odd, but I can't quite hear them. So that means on all the odd matches, for instance, Fort Scott would get the choice. Remember, Bryce Reese is going to take a forfeit. A forfeit is when the other team does not have an opponent. It's the same point as a fall. They're introducing the Kids Club wrestlers on the other match right now.
Drake Smith and Ridley Yates. Storm Reed and Trace Metcalf.
And we look to get underway. 106 pounds is open for both squads. Bryce Reese will take a forfeit at 113 pounds. Trojans will start out with a 6-0 lead in the duel. Fort Scott's 120, 26, 32, and 38-pound wrestlers are all state qualifiers, or they have a freshman, Brody Gomez, that Coach Reek has actually coached him in the kids club for several years. He's undefeated as a freshman. So they've got quite a gauntlet from 120 to 138 pounds. So Girard is open at 2 of those weights. 2 of those athletes will be competed against. They're getting a few things sorted out. The official looks like he's ready. So in wrestling, there are 14 weight classes ranging from 106 pounds to 285 pounds. And by this point, all the wrestlers have certified, which means that they've committed to that weight, and that's where they will stay. By this point in the season, they'll get a 2-pound weight allowance. So wrestlers may weigh in, for instance, if they wrestle 113, they can weigh in at 115 once they've certified at that spot. It's called a growth allowance. Reese takes the forfeit for the Trojans. They're up 6-0 in the duel. The first match, 120 pounds. We have Bo Harris for Girard and Jasper Allison for Fort Scott. Allison was a 4th place finisher at the state tournament last year. Allison with a quick single. Harris trying to snap down. Allison, rangy wrestler. A lot of length. Quick shot attempt by Allison. Both wrestlers kind of just feeling each other out in the first minute of round 1. Little slide by attempt by Allison. Good defense by Bo Harris. They're going to restart in the middle. 0-0, 110 left. Gotta watch that quick shot. Should have been a caution on Allison. He jumped a little bit before the whistle went. Official's going to need to keep an eye on that. Allison working the collar ties. Two points for Jasper Allison for the early 2-0 lead. 45 seconds left in the first period. See what Harris has on the bottom. Needs to score. Definitely don't want to give up the rest of the period right out. Allison's working that right leg pretty hard. Harris is going to be in the down position as they reset in the middle. Allison's in the top position, up 2-0, 30 seconds left. Arm chop. Working a chicken wing on that right side. He's going to call a potentially dangerous. Potentially dangerous isn't a penalty or anything. It just means that the wrestlers are in a position where somebody could potentially get injured. So hence the name, potentially dangerous. Harris is going to need to score. He's going to need to keep coming up. Allison's doing a really good job covering the hips, covering that leg. He's got a little short side ride. Harris has 10 seconds, 9 seconds. See if he can get a quick score before the end of the period. Create some space, turn and face him. Not quite able to do so. Harris is going to go into the second period, down to Allison 2-0. Fort Scott will defer. Harris has the choice. They're going to have him go down. Again, some people don't realize that. Why do you take down? Why would you go down when the other guy's already taken you down? Well, one, it's usually easier to get an escape than it is near fall points, traditionally. That depends on the match, depends on the situation, but usually it's easier to score one than it is to earn back points, especially against a wrestler like Jasper Allison. Going to reset. Harris is going to need to score quick here. 19 seconds gone in the second period. Needs a first quick move, be explosive. Right up to his feet. Good return by Allison. Harris back up. The thing I notice about Jasper is he's smooth. He goes from one thing to the next, just seamless. Like right there, he returned him to the mat, went straight to that head lever. Now he's working a butcher. Now he's working a head lever again. He's going from one move to the next. It's called chaining your moves, and he's doing a really good job of going from move 1 to 2 to 3 and bringing them all together. And that's what experienced wrestlers do. Jasper's working that chicken wing gut wrench. Harris is going to try to roll through that. Allison's going to be earning some near fall points, which means the opponent is on their back. See if Harris can keep fighting, lives the end of the day. Allison looking to put him away. Jasper earned his 3-point near fall. Again, that means that you held your opponent on their back for a 5-second count. That's probably a potentially dangerous on the shoulder there. And they're going to reset out of bounds. Harris down 5-0. He's giving up a takedown of 3 near fall points. But he did fight off his back, so he's still got a chance. 30 seconds left in the second. Harris with the sit out. Jasper looking to chin him down to the mat, and he does. Got to be careful. You can't sit on your hips too long in wrestling. A quick 2-point near fall, but Harris does get out. Double leg right in for Allison. Short time, 5 seconds left in the second period. Looking for the Turk. He's going to run out of time, but he is going to get another 2-point near fall. Harris is going to go into the third period down 9-0. Allison's going to take bottom. See what Harris has on top. You know, a wrestler like Allison, you can just tell he's piling up points. It doesn't seem like he's doing anything super explosive, but he's already racked up 9 points in 2 periods. He's got takedowns. He's had some near fall. He's had a good little switch series there where he sit and turn until he creates enough space to be able to get out. Harris in on the leg. Allison does a good job keeping his hips back. 2-point takedown, 12-0 score. Let's see if Harris can avoid the major decision and the technical fall. If he earns his 3 back points here, the match will be over via technical fall, which any point the match gets to a 15-point margin, it's over and it's a 5-point team victory. 6 points for a fall, 5 points for a technical fall. They still have the opportunity to pin the opponent, but once Harris gets off his back, the match will be over, 15-0. Official looks like he doesn't know that. Now he does. And Allison with the 15-point technical fall earns 5 points for the Tigers. Current dual score is Girard 6, Fort Scott 5. Next up at 126 pounds for Girard, we have Drake Brooks. And for Fort Scott, we have Brody Gomez. Gomez undefeated for a freshman. You know, and he's not at a super low weight. It's only 126, but you see a lot of freshmen at 106, 113. But once you start climbing up the weight classes, You still see freshmen, but freshmen that are undefeated are a little bit harder to come by. So Brooks for Girard, Gomez for Fort Scott. Quick double leg by Gomez. Official goes with no points. Could have been a takedown, but that's two. 2-point takedown for Brody Gomez. Exciting little scramble there. They started over by the Girard logo on the mat and finished over by the table. Both wrestlers scrambling ability and moving, trying not to give up points. Scramble and wrestling is when the wrestlers change positions back and forth until somebody finally scores. Brooks on bottom to his feet, trying to score that 1-point escape, and he does. 2-1. Minute 19 left in the first period. Gomez over Brooks. Hand fighting a little bit. Not sure they want to commit quite yet. Level change by Gomez. Looks like he went in for a double, ended up with a single. Was able to drive through Brooks. Earned the 2-point takedown. Gomez up 4-1. 47 seconds left in the first period. Gomez working the cradle. Brooks needs to get his hands on Gomez's hands. Good job fighting there by Brooks. Didn't earn any points, but he sent a message to Gomez saying, you try that, see what happens. Resetting back in the middle, Brooks on bottom. Down 4-1, 38 seconds left. Brooks has got to be careful. He's bringing his head down, which isn't enabling Gomez to work his cradle. .20 seconds left, first period. Brooks back up to his feet, and he's going to earn the 1-point escape again. 13 seconds left, first period. Brooks down 4-2. Brody Gomez and Fort Scott. Brooks in with the single leg. See if he can finish it. Gomez with good defense to end the first period. Again, the match 4-2 in favor of Gomez. Gomez is not going to defer. He's going to go straight down. Brooks on top. Brooks with good hip pressure. Riding that short leg ride. Brooks he just didn't quite get back behind the shoulders quick enough, and Gomez makes him pay. Earns the reversal, and now he's working towards near fall points. Brooks has got to get off his back, get back to his base. Easier said than done against a wrestler like Brody Gomez. Brooks bided his time, waited, did a good job. He gave up near fall points, but he got off his back. That's the important thing, not only for himself, but for the team score. Gomez up 9-2, minute 2 left in the second period. See if Brooks can get something going. Got a couple good escapes so far today. Needs to get hip pressure down. Stuff that head, get his leg back. He's got his hips in a little bit of poor position. Two more near fall points for Gomez. 27 seconds left in the second period. See if Brooks can get some points before the period expires. 8 seconds left. They're going to reset in the center. Brooks on the bottom. Gomez looks like he's going to throw up. I won't pan to that. I'll spare you the details. He's ready to go. That's a wrestler for you. A little quick drink of water and get back out there. Current score 11-2, 8 seconds left in the second period. All right, action's getting ready to go back. 8 seconds left. Let's see if we can get a quick score by Drake Brooks. Comes right to his feet. Gomez did a really good job following Brooks. Brooks is quick on his feet. He's quick. He's athletic. Gomez did a really good job following around. Brooks did about everything he could to try to get out. Couldn't quite do it. Third period. Gomez in control, 11-2. Gomez working that cradle again. He likes that one. He's going to try to take him all the way over the top. Maybe thought better of it. Coach is probably yelling at him, don't do that. Brooks needs to put his hands at Gomez's hands to try to break the grip. Extend your body on a cradle. And he does. Gomez trying a little quick cheap tilt. Doesn't quite go. Minute 15 left, third period. Gomez up 11-2. Gomez working that cross face again. Again, working that cradle. Minute left. Brooks is doing a good job defensively. He's just getting a lot thrown at him. He's not giving up, showing some fight. 45 seconds left, third period. Brooks down 11-2. For those of you that haven't wrestled before, it's extremely exhausting being on the bottom for extended periods of time. Shows a lot of character right there by Drake Brooks to still try to get out. 20 seconds left in the match. Scores a point for his team. If he can score the takedown here, that will avoid the major decision. Now he's got to ride him out. He's down 5-11. Got to hold him there. 3 seconds left. No points. The match ends. Drake Brooks lost 11-5. However, he did not give up a major decision. A major decision in wrestling is when you win from between when you win between 8 and 14 points. He did not win by 8. He won by 6. So that saved a point for the Trojans, and it only gives Fort Scott a regular 3-point decision. So we'll see if that comes back later in the match. Girard 6, Fort Scott 8 going into 130 pounds. Sean Barriger for Fort Scott. He will take a forfeit. Fort Scott will be up 14-6. Next up, Jet Holder for Fort Scott will take another forfeit. Another forfeit for Fort Scott. Fort Scott's up 20-6 for the dual score. Next up, we have 145 pounds. We have Briar Glauser, and for Fort Scott, Lennox Van. I think what they're doing, I'm not sure, the announcer hasn't said yet. Looks like they bumped a wrestler. Fort Scott did, maybe create a better matchup for them. Not sure who they have right now. My apologies. I do know it's Glauser for Girard. Interesting fact here, I coached at Pittsburgh High School to start my career, and his dad, Rowdy, was a wrestler on our team. So he was one of my first high school kids that I had the pleasure to coach. Good young man, good hard worker, and it's exciting to watch his son compete out here for Girard High School. 145 pounds. Glauser, Fort Scott. Glauser against Fort Scott. Glauser trying to work his Russian. Both wrestlers kind of feeling the situation out a little bit. The clock manager put up 3 minutes for the first period. In wrestling, periods are only 2 minutes long. In college, the first period is 3 minutes long, and the others are 2. So this match will actually be over at the 1 minute mark of the first period. But 0-0. 41 seconds left. Fort Scott in on the shot. See if Glauser can scramble his way out of this. That's a 2-point takedown for Fort Scott. 10 seconds left in the first period. See if Glauser can score. Take him straight to his back. Here in the 2-point reversal. We're going to reset. 2 seconds left in the first period. 2-2 tie. Glauser showing some good hip control there. Needs to stop the first move, avoid giving up any points. And he does. We're going to move on to the second period with a 2-2 tie. Glauser will be in the top position. Give up the escape. Fort Scott takes the 3-2 lead. Glauser can do something on his feet here. Can work with the front headlock position. Feel like that's a good spot for him. It's got it pretty tight. Just need to get so he can get into a scoring position. Glauser's on his hip. And they're going to be out of bounds. They're going to reset. Fort Scott up 3-2. Glauser's got to change levels, sprawl, protect those legs a little bit better. Minute 9 left, second period. Fort Scott up 3-2. Sweep single. Nice shot. going to have the 2-point takedown. Fort Scott's going to go up 5-2. Minute 1 left in the second period. Glazer's got to have a little bit more action on the bottom, see if he can build up. Quick sit out. Fort Scott likes those cradles. They always have, probably always will. If you can hit a good cradle, be very, very dangerous. Glazer down 2-5. 30 seconds left, second period. Looking for some points. We're going to call a stalemate, and wrestling a stalemate essentially means that there's no action going on and they need to reset, come back to the middle. Both wrestlers have kind of just hit a wall and neither one's advancing. Glazer with a quick tripod, sit out. Fort Scott's going to try to stop that by hooking that left leg. Ten seconds. Glazer's doing a good job trying to crowd the hips to create the space, but he doesn't have that second move where he's actually trying to get back up to his feet. And we're going to end the second period. Glazer down 2-5 to Fort Scott. Glazer back down the bottom. Nice quick escape. That's what he needed the last period. He was a little more explosive. He hit a sit out, but what he did differently that time, he turned, caught Fort Scott. It's down 2. Need a takedown to tie it up. And Glazer wants to control the ties here. Definitely wants to get in a position to where there he goes. Good scramble, got Fort Scott into bad position. He was able to capitalize. We have a tie score right now. Minute 25 left in the third period. 5-5. Let's see what Glazer has on the top. Really working that guillotine. That probably should have been potentially dangerous, but the referee's going to let it go. Near fall points for Girard. He's got 3 coming. See if he can put them away and earn the fall. Needs to tee out a little bit, keep control, keep the weight heavy on him. Fort Scott's going to fight off his back. Glazer takes an 8-5 lead, 45 seconds left in the third period. All he needs to do is ride him out. He's going to cut him. Fort Scott's down by 2. Glazer up 8-6, 35 seconds left. Quick shot by Fort Scott. See what kind of defense Glazer has. That's scissoring the head. That's actually illegal. Glazer, let's see what hips he's got. And he's going to secure the 2-point takedown to take the 10-6 lead. 12 seconds left in the third period. He's going to earn some near fall points. Now, can he earn the fall to put him away? Fort Scott fights off their back. 3 more points for Girard, 13-6. And the match is over. 3-point decision for Breyer Glazer for Girard. And Fort Scott still in the lead, 20-9, but 3 points for Breyer for the Trojans. Next up, 152 pounds, we have Ethan Bennett for Girard, and I believe Garon Young. All right, 152-pound match, getting ready to start. Quick shot by Fort Scott. Early takedown, 2-0. Really quick shot right off the whistle. Bennett just wasn't quite expecting it. Out of bounds. We're going to reset. Bennett right up to his feet. 1 point escape, 2-1. Minute 30 left. Bennett's got to get his hips down a little bit. He's got his head in there, but he's got to change levels a little bit better. Get those hips down right there. Nice low single. So what I mean by change levels, you know, got to lower your hips, lower your chest a little bit. You got to stay in your stance, keep good position. But if you don't change levels with your opponent, then you're creating a window for your opponent to score. And that's kind of what happened there. Fort Scott did a good job exploiting that. 6-1 lead for Young. Working the chicken wing, looking for near fall points, looking for the fall. If Bennett can fight off his back, he's got to get that arm underneath. It seems like going around the leg would be great, but you got to get it underneath. You got to kind of fish that arm through. 3-point near fall for Young. Young looking for his cradle. He's going to get it. Bennett needs to put those hands in his hands. Bennett did a good job fighting off right there. Gave up a quick 2. And that's tight. 6 points for Fort Scott. Ethan Bennett falls to Girard Young by fall. And Fort Scott jumps out 26-9 over the Trojans. Next up, 160 pounds for Girard, Josh Bohr. And for Fort Scott, Peyton Stoll. Bohr, a big muscular kid. But he weighs all of that 160 pounds. Contrasting styles. Stoll, tall, rangy. Bohr, stout, strong. .30 gone in the first period. Neither wrestler's taking a shot, mostly just hand fighting, some collar ties. Got to be careful in wrestling. You can't reach too far because then you give yourself an opening to be attacked. Under a minute left, first period, no score. Good sprawl by Bohr. Working the front headlock series, snaps him down. Oh, nice chuck. Just can't get quite behind, and he gives up the takedown. What a great effort. He just couldn't keep control when he shucked him by, but good job by Fort Scott for staying in good position and avoiding the takedown and getting one themselves. 2-0 lead for Stoll. 30 seconds left in the first. It's important for Bohr to get up and score here. Going to the second period, only down 1 or tied. Bohr, a quick little knee slide. Little sit out, little turn. Pretty dangerous right there, but with 10 seconds left, he earns the 2-point reversal. Good body awareness, good hip control, but you got to be careful against, top echelon competition. Going straight to your back like that's pretty dangerous, but it worked out. He's going to go tied into the second period, 2-2. Okay, Bohr's going to take bottom. Fort Scott deferred to Girard. See if Bohr has some more escape or reversal magic on the bottom. Keeps sitting and turning. Stoll working that arm bar on the top. And looking for the half. Boer's got to get off his hips. Boer's fighting. He's got to get that arm through. That's what he's trying to do, but Stoll's got that really tight. And Boer gives up the 6-point fall. Just got on his hips just a tiny bit. Once you get on your hips in wrestling, it's really, really tough to get off. Girard gives up the 6-point pin, and they are now down to Fort Scott, 32-9. Next up at 170 pounds, we have Christian Taylor for Girard, and for Fort Scott, Alex Heaton. We're going to come to the middle, and we will get underway. £170 match. Taylor for Girard, Heaton for Fort Scott. Quick little half single leg shot attempt there by Taylor. Taylor, nice elevation to the finish for a 2-point takedown. (2-0) Taylor. Minute 20 left. Quick escape for Alex Heaton. Taylor still up 2-1. Minute 15 left in the first. Another shot by Taylor, in on the single leg. Heaton's able to get away this time. Heaton did a better job getting his hips back, creating some chest pressure so he's able to get his feet free. Taylor thought better of a shot he didn't have. An underhook. Needs to be careful, maintain good position, got to have a good stance. Wrestling a stance is the most important thing. Staying in good position. Goes for the throw. Doesn't quite work out. Still in position for a takedown. Taylor working the front headlock. Got his crossface. And he's got the 2-point takedown. 15 seconds left in the first period. Taylor's going to be up 4-1. Taylor working the power half. They're going to reset for the second period. Taylor up 4-1 over Alex Heaton. Taylor's going to go in the neutral position, which is both up. 2 takedowns already for Taylor. Probably wise decision. These Fort Scott guys have shown that they're pretty good in the top position this evening. So, going neutral is probably wise here. So Taylor's going to go for the throw straight to his back. Let's see if he can put him away for the first fall for the Girard Trojans in this gymnasium. Plenty of time. Stay under control. Keep chest to chest. And he earns the pin. 6 points for the Trojans. He'd been looking for that throw, and he finally was able to connect. Feet straight to the back. Great victory for Christian Taylor for the Girard Trojans. Fort Scott 32, Girard 15. Like Fort Scott was originally open at 195 pounds. If I'm not mistaken, Fort Scott submitted a wrestler into 195. So this is Michael Clugston for Girard. Not sure who the Fort Scott wrestler is. Girard definitely the aggressor. Gets start. Clugston's up. Oh, no points. Clugston up 6-1. Looking for more points. Another takedown. Clugston on top. 25 seconds left, first period. Mario Ayala is the Fort Scott athlete. Thanks, Jenny. Jenny Hartman, a language arts teacher at Fort Scott High School. End of the first period. So I believe this Girard wrestler is actually Anthony Pike. Ayala with the takedown. Two near fall red. Ayala up 6-2. Trojans are going to need to score here. Pike's going to need to score from the bottom. Needs to get to his base. Plenty of time left for Pike to score. Oh, and he stays on his hips. He's got to work off his back. He's got a lot of time left. Mario Ayala earns the fall for the Tigers. Fort Scott's going to go up 38-15 in the duel. Fort Scott is open at 195 pounds, and Michael Clugston will take the forfeit for the Trojans. Trojans with 6 points, adding to their total for 21-38. Next weight class, we're looking at 220 pounds for Girard. We have Eric Williams, and for Fort Scott, Blake Tomasi. Been some movement around it, mostly by Fort Scott, so it's with their athletes not having a number or their name, it makes it a little difficult for me to identify who they are, especially since I don't know them personally. So I apologize if I have created some confusion with their names, but I'm doing my best with what I have in front of me. Quick takedown by Williams. 2-0. Looks like he caught Tomasi off guard and was able just to kind of bowl over him. 2-0 lead. Eric Williams, minute 15 left in the first period. Controlling on the top. Needs to work off to the side a little bit so he can create some opportunities for himself, but also so he doesn't get warned for stalling. Attempted a half there. Wrestling a half Nelson is legal, a full Nelson is not. It's illegal, it's a technical violation. Williams working that power half. He's taking his time, being patient. He's got 35 seconds to work with. He's gonna work for that underneath arm. There he goes, he's earning near fall points now. Work for the fall. And he earns it, 6 points for the Trojans. Eric Williams with the fall in the first period over Blake Tomasi of Fort Scott. Girard adds 6 more points to their total, and they are at 27, Fort Scott 38. One more match to go tonight, and for Girard we have Zach Benzo, and for Fort Scott we have Luke Harris. Benzo working that left-hand underhook. No score. Minute 24, first period. Harris definitely with the height advantage. Benzo needs to be careful here. Needs to work that underhook. He get into that body lock. See if he can lock his hands. He can stand Harris up. Not quite. Harris using his leverage there and earns the fall for the Tigers to close out the duel. Benzo had the body lock. He just couldn't quite stand up enough with it. Harris used some leverage to be able to earn the feet to back throw. Final score of the duel, Girard 27, Fort Scott 44. Teams are going to shake hands, and that is the end of tonight's event. Again, final score, Girard 27, Fort Scott 44, and we will be right back.
Now more than ever, Crawcan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crawcan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crawcan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crawcan.
And as we close out our post-duel coverage, it is brought to you by the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Another supporter, Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Well, to close out, some final thoughts. It was an exciting evening. The Kids Club wrestlers competed. Girls, JV, varsity boys. The first ever wrestling event held at Girard High School. Probably the first of many. It was exciting to be a part of. You know, Coach Reek, he knows how to build a program. He's worked with youth clubs. He's worked with high school clubs. He's coached state champions, state placers. So he knows he is the perfect person to get in here and continue the excellence of Girard High School athletics. It was exciting to be here. while Girard didn't win the duel, they showed a lot of grit. They definitely had some athleticism. Now they just need the experience, and that's to be expected when you're a third-year program. So I look forward to continuing to follow Girard and see how they do throughout the season. And we'll also be interested to see how some of the studs from Fort Scott finish up the year. They had a very impressive gauntlet in some of their low to midweights, so we'll be excited to follow them for the rest of the year too. We appreciate you tuning in tonight for this historic event. We have a reminder, there's no B-ball broadcast at Columbus on Friday, so do not plan on watching that event. So thanks again for tuning in tonight for the wrestling duel, Girard versus Fort Scott at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium in Girard, Kansas. The Trojans fall 27-44 to the Fort Scott Tigers. Lots of good things that Coach can take back to work on. We appreciate your time and viewing. Till next time.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.